Back and black in the building. Shout out to everybody at the Core Plantation doing what they need to do to survive. You already know what it is. You know what I am. I'm your gracious host, Warren G. The place be been clown and sucker free since 2003. Meaning no finessing me. Man, we got a great and quick topic. We gonna get into it. We're definitely going to get into it, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to my brother Dave for No Compromise, James Youngblood, Shawnee, Erica, Florida, Philly in the building, stand up. Vegas in the building, Taj, Mariah, everybody out here, all my siblings. Arizona in the building. Homegirl, Miss Tanya, LaTanya. My homegirl, Melina, North Carolina in the building. And the homegirl, Jerica from Vegas. Shout out to everybody out there. We about to get into it, man. We got a great topic. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, what the hell is Warren talking about? But hey, we got a great topic. Let's get it. Hey. Man. I'm glad everybody's doing all right today. Man, we got a great one. Y'all gonna be like, what the hell is Warren talking about? And I'm gonna tell you, just because Jeffrey Epstein is gone doesn't mean that people are protecting what matters most. Well, we have Senator Marsha Blackburn, who wanted to open up the logs. She wanted to get a subpoena to open up the logs of Jeffrey Epstein's flights back to his little island and see who was hanging out. And your boy Dick Durbin, the senator, blocked it. He blocked the subpoena because it's going to open up a whole nother can of worms. Probably for Republicans as well. But it's going to open up a can of worms for the Clinton people. You know that y'all all love. Oh, man, Bill Clinton, he's the first black president. Woo, yeah, it's going to open it up. You're like, why are you talking about this, Warren? I'm talking about this because they so busy when I talk about Puff Daddy and when I talk about all the FBA men that are getting prosecuted and persecuted across the United States of America Incorporated. But don't nobody want to talk about Epstein Island. Nobody want to talk about Bill Clinton and them. Nobody want to talk about what matters most. They just want to, it's like okay, when all else fails, let's pick on the FBA. You know what I mean? So I got a couple of articles and I am going to read them. Okay, first one. Senator Marsha Blackburn, Republican Tennessee, called on the Senate Judiciary Committee Thursday to issue a subpoena against the estate of Jeffrey Epstein, with the goal of obtaining a list of passengers that traveled aboard the convicted sex offender's infamous plane. Blackburn, 71, made the demand during a Senate hearing related to the authorization of subpoenas for Supreme Court Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas as part of an ethics probe, which the Tennessee Republican decried as a charade. The senator argued that the American people would be better served knowing more about the potential participants in Epstein's horrific conduct, which she is right. And since we are in the business of issuing subpoenas now, here are a few more that I filed. A subpoena to Jeffrey Epstein's estate to provide the flight logs for his private plane, Blackburn said. Giving the numerous allegations of human trafficking and abuse surrounding Mr. Epstein, we've got to identify everyone who could have participated in his horrific conduct. I like that. The hearing came to a screaming halt with no subpoenas authorized following Blackburn's demand and resistance to the Supreme Court summons from the other Republicans on the panel. The American people deserve to know the names of every person who participated in Jeffrey Epstein's human trafficking ring. Blackburn wrote in an X post, "We need to see his flight logs. I've asked the Senate Judiciary Committee to authorize a subpoena to his estate so we can review these documents." Epstein, a multimillionaire financier, pleaded guilty in 2008 to procuring a child for prostitution and of soliciting prostitutes. He was sentenced to 18 months in jail for the crimes. Epstein was busted again in 2019, accused of sexually abusing dozens of young girls in his Upper East Side townhouse in his waterfront mansion in Palm Beach, Florida between 2002 and 2005. The 66-year-old pedophile was found dead in his Manhattan jail cell in August 2019, and his death was ruled a suicide. He had faced up to 45 years in prison. Epstein private jet, dubbed the Lolita Express, was alleged used by the sex fiend and his partner, convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, to fly A-list celebrities and underage girls around the world to his private island in the Caribbean. Wow. Virginia Giuffre, who claimed she was one of Epstein's sex slaves, was aboard the custom Boeing 727 at the same time as the United Kingdom's Prince Andrew, according to a court deposition unsealed soon after Epstein's death. If we're going to talk about other countries, we've got to talk about international travel space or plane space, whatever you want to call it. Giuffre told an attorney in 2016 when asked where she had sex with Maxwell. Wow. Let's see what the other one says. Okay. Senator Marsha Blackburn, criticized Senator Dick Durbin, Democrat, for allegedly blocking a request to file a subpoena for Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs. And then she tweeted, "As Senator Durbin blocked my request to subpoena Jeffrey Epstein's flight logs, what are Democrats trying to hide?" Blackburn posted on X. Senator Democrats have long been trying to undermine the Supreme Court, Justice Clarence Thomas, but want to ignore Justice Sotomayor, allegedly using her taxpayer-funded staff to coordinate speaking engagements in exchange for promoting thousands of her books. They also don't want to have a conversation about the estate of Epstein's, a name of every person who participated in Jeffrey Epstein's human trafficking ring, Blackburn said in a statement. In a statement to Fox News Digital, a Democratic Senate Judiciary Committee aide told Fox News Digital that Dick Durbin, made clear he was willing to stay all day in order to allow Republicans to offer as well as a debate the 177 amendments that they filed ahead of the makeup, saying that the committee would vote on the subpoena authorizing after. However, several Republicans on the committee allegedly began to filibuster and didn't allow Blackburn to offer the First Amendment to authorization, the Democratic committee aide said. She first moved for the flight records to the subpoena in early November. Since we're in the business of issuing subpoenas now, here are a few more that I filed, Blackburn told the committee during a meeting in early November discussing possible subpoenas related to a Supreme Court ethics probe. Wow. Now, let's get into it. What do y'all think? Now, let me tell y'all something. You say, Warren, why are you talking about this? You know why I'm talking about this, ladies and gentlemen? Because while we're up here persecuting Puffy and R. Kelly and Mr. Bill Cosby and Jonathan Majors and Cuba Gooding Jr. and Marcellus Wiley and Will Smith and all these other FBA black folk, they're showing you what's going on behind closed doors. Why isn't it your Democratic Party don't want to open up the books on Jeffrey Epstein Island? Why can we not see what was going on? Why are we not having these conversations? You know why we're not having these conversations? Because then that would put your boy Bill Clinton and his wife and all these other people, including Republicans, in harm's way. See, that lady's like, I ain't got shit to hide, so let's open up the books. Let's see what the hell he's doing. See, people want to act like they care about human trafficking and care about underage sexual assaults and offenses, right? We care on a surface level. We don't care on a United States of America grand scheme of things level. Because if we did, more people will be questioning the Democratic Party right now. More people would know what's going on. See, people, you got to be abreast of what's going on with politics. Why don't they open up the log and show us what's going on? The man been dead 4 or 5 years. Why don't we know who was on those planes? I'm talking about actors. We talking about Hollywood, sports players. I want to know. I'm like Jackie Chan. Give me the names. I want the names. Show us who was on that plane. You know why? Because if they showed y'all who was on that plane, some of your favorite actors, some of your favorite politicians were on that plane, and then you can't justify talking shit about R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and all the other FBA brothers and Puff Daddy and everybody else. I'm not saying that, oh man, you taking up Puff Daddy. What I'm saying is, you notice when it comes to FBA, we put all the business out there. But when it comes to our political pundits and everybody else that's in that political party, the Democratic Party, nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody acts like it don't exist. So give us the flight logs and tell the American people who was on them. And if you are a Democrat and you have been voting Democrat, wouldn't you want to know who was on that plane to Pedophile Island? Wouldn't you want to know? If you have kids, nieces, nephews, wouldn't you want to know exactly what was going on out there and who was on those flights and what they were doing? And shouldn't they be prosecuted to the full extent of the law? Why are we going after R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and Jonathan Majors and Marcellus Wiley and Will Smith and Puff Daddy and Cuba Gooding Jr.? I named all these FBA brothers, but when it comes to the dominant society, especially political dominant society people, it's like it don't even exist. Y'all are more focused on that NBA basketball player than you are focused on the people that was on that plane that are still alive that could be prosecuted for the full extent of the law. That's why I'm talking about this today. I'm going to always talk about shit that people ain't even thought of. Like, damn, I didn't even think about that. Well, let's think about it now. Why are we not talking about it? What is so important that we are not discussing what is going on in the United States of America that is even more important than Bill Cosby, and R. Kelly, and all the FBA brothers that I've named? Those are low-hanging fruit brothers. The people that were on that plane, David, James Youngblood, all y'all, Tasha, everybody that's listening, the people that was on that plane, oh, those are the grand prize winners. And they know that. And that's why that Democrat, Dick Durbin, blocked the subpoenas and said, no, we're not doing that. Because it isn't just Democrats, it's Republicans that are probably his friends. And she's like, nah, fuck it, air everybody out. I'm not giving her props like, oh man, she's just a good person. What I'm saying is, if she's bringing it to our attention, there's a reason why. And we need to understand that. And until we do, I don't want to hear about nobody else. Because I'm tired of this. We always want to talk about everybody else, but we don't, but especially when it comes to FBA, but we don't want to talk about the dominant society at all. When are we going to wake up? I mean, it's right there in front of you. Do people read the news? Like newspaper? Do people go on there and look? Go on Yahoo News. Go on CNN. Go look at this stuff so you can see for yourself. Because we so quick. Man, Puff Daddy, see, man, he fucked up. He treat people all fucked up. Okay, cool. All right, so we got Puff Daddy. He resigned from Revolt TV. Okay, y'all got what you wanted. He resigned. He's probably not going to have as much money as he is when people get done with him. So y'all got what y'all wanted. Jonathan Majors will not be returning to the Marvel comic universe or cinema universe. Y'all got what y'all wanted. R. Kelly is in prison. You got what you wanted. Bill Cosby is I feel like y'all taking advantage just picking on an older man. Y'all got what y'all wanted. Cuba Gooding Jr. ain't been in the film in I don't know how long. You got what you wanted. Marcellus Wiley, man, you got what you wanted. So now it's time for us to get what we want. I want the motherfucking names. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. This is what I want y'all to start doing. When the Democrats come to your house to vote, say, give me the names of everybody that was on that plane to Epstein Island, and then maybe I'll consider voting. And give me a black agenda. Because they definitely don't want to give you no black agenda. They don't care about none of that. That shit don't even exist to them. But y'all want to go ahead and keep voting. These people are like, nope, we ain't give you the names. We're going to block that subpoena. Why not? Air it out. I'm still wanting to know who was on that plane. We already know Bill Clinton was on that plane. We know that for sure. There's pictures of him with them young girls just taking pussy. There's pictures of him. So since we already know that, why is it we don't know anything else? Why? And why is it that when we start to probe and ask, they start talking benign neglect and talk about other stuff? It's just like having an agenda specific for FBA people. I seen a picture on Twitter. It was your girl Kamala Harris with a whole bunch of Asians. I was dying. I was laughing my ass off. You know why? Because this is what's gonna keep happening until FBA people wake up. Like that sister in Chicago, like those Moors in Chicago. Like, we ain't vote for you no more. You playing too many games. That's why I'm talking about that. Why are y'all this man's dead? They still protecting him. No, we don't want to. Why? He dead. Oh, because everybody else that was on that log was alive, like Prince Andrew. That's why they made it. That's why the royal crown or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Hey man, you got to get the fuck up out of here. You making us look bad. Queen Elizabeth did that all by herself, and I don't know why everybody was so shocked that she was treating what's the sister's name? Meghan Markle. I don't know why everybody's oh my God, I can't believe she's treating everybody like that. They've been treating black folks like that. So I don't know why everybody is so surprised. I'm not. At all. This is just something we need to work on, and we need to understand how this shit works. Start questioning. Say, hey man, look, this is what I want everybody to do first. When the Democrats come to y'all, say, hey man, I just want to know if y'all gonna have a specific agenda for black folk. When they start talking about people of color and minorities, say that's broad and ambiguous terms. I'm not talking about them. A white woman is a minority. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about specifically for foundational black Americans who built this country for free without repayment. What's the agenda for us? Then they're going to go on and ramble on and then say, and when are we going to know who was on those flight logs to Epstein Island? If I'm a taxpayer and I'm a voter, I'm paying for this. And if there were politicians on those boats, we were not on boats and planes and yachts. We're not paying. Why are tax dollars coming out of our checks to fund politicians going to Pedophile Island? We're not paying for that. So when are we going to get the names? You have to back them into a corner because they ain't going to come willingly. And that's why Dick Durbin blocked the subpoenas, because he know it's a whole bunch of Democrats that was on that plane and a whole bunch of Republicans that was on that plane. I know Donald Trump wasn't on that plane. And let me tell you something. If Donald Trump was on that plane, they'd have been put that out there. But you know why they can't put that out there? Because then that's going to implicate everybody else that was on that plane. It doesn't surprise me who was on the plane. It's just going to surprise a lot of people that are loyal Democrats. You know, it's going to surprise them. It's going to make them feel a certain type of way. Never me, always them. Got to wake up. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this, and I'm Emma. I bet you it was a bunch of niggas on that plane. They must be like, oh, hell yeah. Such was on the plane. And they'll give you the date, time, place. He's on the plane. Look, they'll give you the shit. I'm pretty sure there's some black people there. Black person, Mark Jackson. Man, wasn't he just the cook? Yeah, but he was on the plane. So he gonna get prosecuted, but he's the cook. It don't matter. He's a nigga and he's going to jail too. Just because he shouldn't been out there cooking. That's how they do us. Okay, such on the plane. Well, she was the aide. She was just there to aid to make sure everything was clean and everything was done. It don't matter. She was there. And she black and she shouldn't have been there. Guilty. That's how they gonna do us. But see, wasn't no foundational black Americans over there. It was all they people. And that's why everybody keeping it so tight. And you like, Warren, why are you talking about this? Because if we keep talking about R. Kelly and Puff Daddy and Jonathan Majors and Marcellus Wiley and Cuba Gooding Jr. and everybody else, then we're gonna talk about them. And I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm talking about it on a major level. These are paid politicians that are governing us. and telling us what is best for us, and they over there taking young pussy the whole damn time. But we up here focused on Bill Cosby, and these women were grown. Talking about, oh my God, he raped me. It's like, oh man, that's messed up that Bill Cosby did that to you. Oh no, he going to jail. He can't be doing that. You know, we take this stuff serious. And them women like, yeah, okay, yeah, he did it like 5 times. So did he come to your house and hold you down? No, I went to his house. So you went to his house 5 times and he raped you. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, could you explain this $2 million thing that he gave you for college? Oh, that was separate. Oh, okay. Sounds like a call girl transaction. Then you got people like Janice Dickinson. Oh, Bill Cosby's so horrible to me. When was he horrible to you? Oh, in the 1960s? He didn't even know you in the 1960s. Oh, okay, I'm in the 70s. He didn't know you in the 70s either. Okay, what 80s? He didn't know you in the 80s either. Okay, well, it felt like he did. So can I get some money? That's exactly what they doing. But then when it comes to Pedophile Island and Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton, don't nobody say anything. You can't tell nobody nothing. Oh, and need I remind you, Joe Biden's son was doing crack cocaine in a strip club, smoking it out of a glass pipe and saying nigga, 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 nigga. And nothing happened to him. And he lied on his application to get a firearm. Is that a federal offense? But we still love Joe Biden. And all those things that his son just did and was found guilty of, you know how many black folk are still in prison for those things that he did? So Joe Biden created mandatory minimums and 3 strike laws, all this other shit for black folk. But his son is different though, right? Exactly. So keep on voting. Go look this up. Look up Dick Durbin, the senator. And go look up Marsha Blackburn. And go look up how she wanted to subpoena the flight logs of Jeffrey Epstein. Go look it up for yourself so you can see what the fuck is going on. Why everybody want to talk about Puff Daddy all damn day. Like I told you before, it's a lot of shit I don't agree with Puff Daddy. But it's so funny. It's easy to pile on when it comes to FBA. I saw Columbus Short trying to come out. Yeah, man, he tried me too. You sound like a bitch. Get off of TV. Man. Everybody want to pile on. Yeah, man, him, me too. Man, stop. But when it comes to the dominant society, people are silent. Cat got their tongue. Nobody want to say nothing. Hey, people still won't say shit about Harvey Weinstein. And he was on tape trying to full-court press some pussy. Sit down. Just sit down. Y'all gotta go listen to it. This shit is hilarious. But ain't nobody saying shit about Harvey Weinstein. But motherfuckers don't have no problem saying shit about Bill Cosby. So I don't want to hear that shit. That's my time. I'm out. Guilty, nigga. Peace.